Hey guys, so in today's video, we're talking about how you can avoid age verification on X. Recently, many countries, including the UK, Ireland, and the EU in general, have passed laws requiring sites like X to verify the age of their users. And different platforms are doing it in different ways. YouTube, Reddit, Discord, they all have their own methods, but the way that X goes about it is by first checking things like your account creation date. If your account was created before 2012, then they assume that now you're 18. If they can't verify a user's age based off of these methods, then they move on to things like your email address and your phone number, checking to see if they can estimate your age based off of those things. And if those don't work, then they're going to require either a selfie or a government ID verification. And this is where we can really draw the line. It is a privacy risk to start giving out your ID to different websites and then have them scan it using AI, which they say pretty explicitly. That is not exactly the safest thing to do if you care about your online privacy. And just to top it all off, these options are only going to be available to somebody who has a paid X account. If you have a free account, then you're just going to be blocked out from the content that you want to access. You won't even be able to verify your age. So if you're in this situation and either you have a free account or you don't want to go up to a paid account on X, then what you're going to need is something that will allow you to make it seem as if you're in a different country where these age verification laws don't apply. The good news is that there is something that does exactly that, and it's called a VPN. It stands for Virtual Private Network. It's an application that looks something like this or this. These are two of the ones that I recommend the most. This one's called Proton VPN. This one's called ExpressVPN. You'll find more information about both of them in the description below, but basically what they do is they allow you to choose a location to connect to. You connect up to that place, and then any website that you visit will think that you're in that location that you've connected to, and you'll also have more privacy and security on the internet because the VPN will encrypt and make your connection overall more secure. So just for example, right now I'm connected to the UK in Proton VPN. I can go through the map right here. I have the paid version of Proton VPN, but I really want to talk about the free version. That's what I would recommend. That's why I have Proton VPN up over here. I just want to show you how it would work. So right now I'm connected to the UK. I'm connected to London. That means that any website I visit is going to think that I'm in London. And if I went to X, I may be hit with an age verification. But if I go and I choose a different country, let's say I go over to Canada. Let's see where they have servers over here. Oh, there it is, Canada. And I'll just connect to a server in Canada. Once this happens, automatically X is now going to think I'm in Canada, and I would no longer have to deal with the age verification system that's in place in the EU or the UK. I'm going to get a new IP address right there. This is going to be a number that is going to identify me as coming from Canada and not the UK. And that's really all there is to it. You just get the VPN, you connect to a different location where they don't have those age laws, and you're good to go. Now, why do I have two different VPNs over here? The reason is because there are two categories of VPNs. There are free VPNs and paid VPNs, right? Not everybody wants to pay for a VPN. Sometimes you just want a quick free option. The thing is that many free VPNs are not very secure. They're actually going to make money by keeping your personal information and then selling that to advertisers or marketers. And in general, because they're free, they don't have the money to invest in things like RAM-only servers, which are wiped every time the server is rebooted, things that both Proton and ExpressVPN have. They won't have the money to do external audits, bringing in outside companies to check that their VPN services are very secure and not vulnerable to data leaks. Again, both things that Proton VPN and ExpressVPN have. What really sets Proton VPN apart, though, is that while it has all those different things, it is still a free VPN. They have a free tier and they have a paid tier. So right now I'm using the paid plan. This gives you 127 countries and some really good speeds. But they do have a free version that will only give you 10 countries. It won't give you the fastest speeds. And it's also quite likely that a website like X may detect that you're using a VPN because a lot of other people who aren't paying for a VPN are using Proton free version as well. But nevertheless, if you don't want to pay money, then the Proton free tier is still going to be your best bet by far. If you do want to move up to a paid VPN, Proton itself is very solid. You can go that way. Or there's also ExpressVPN, which is my personal favorite. That's why I'm showing it here. Express is just super simple and easy to use. You get 105 countries to connect to, But more importantly, with Express, I found that I've just gotten the best speeds. They use something called the lightweight UDP protocol, which they made themselves, and it is faster than Proton VPN's WireGuard protocol. That's what you see right there. So if you're looking for something that's very beginner friendly, you don't have all of the different features getting in your way, it's just kind of pick a location, you go right there, you pick a location, you click connect, and you're good to go. And at the same time, it's very fast, then I would definitely recommend Express. And these aren't the only good VPNs out there. There's things like NordVPN, Surfshark. All of these are great options. It's just a matter of what you're looking for. So I'll have more information in the description about all of those, but no matter which one you choose, you should be able to avoid the age verifications on X. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope this helped you out. If you have any questions, feel free to leave those in the comments. I'm always looking to hear what you guys have to say. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one.